Is coding really dead? Why should you learn coding in 2024? Why should you learn coding in 2025 at all? Despite artificial intelligence like ChatGPT, Gemini, and GitHub Copilot, there are many persons that believe that coding is no longer relevant, particularly now that the market is saturated and fundamental abilities are no longer enough to acquire a job. You see, even experienced software developers, sometimes at this point, they struggle to to find jobs in 2024. So what would you do? Is it still worthwhile to learn how to code? Would you recommend anyone to learn programming in 2024 or in 2025? Many believe that coding is outdated and jobs are scarce, but is that really the case? So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the coding illusions, explore the evolving tech landscape, and then discover why mastering coding skills is still important for thriving into this world. So whether you are a new programmer or you are a seasoned developer, stick around to see why coding is not dead. It is just getting started. The harsh reality of a coding career is that about many decades ago, of course, coding or being a programmer was seen to be such a sure way to success. Of course, it is still a sure way to success, but it requires more effort than it was before. The landscape has changed significantly, and so most people are not downloading new apps or visiting new websites like they used to. These days, most people spend their time on social media platforms like Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So we now see that people make money from the consumer apps more than those developing it. So if you are going into development to be the next Elon Musk, I'm sorry to disappoint you. There are so many people making funny videos using the consumer apps, and they are getting more money more than those who are developing softwares. Okay, so for instance, there is this funny guy who became a world celebrity, make millions without even saying a word. What's his name? Lame. People like Mr. Beast, who just recently got his 300 million subscribers on YouTube. And by the way, there's just one influencer, Philidias, who just won a seat in the European Parliament because he had strong influence on social media, TikTok and YouTube. So software development now is not the pathway to millions. You have to have a passion for it now to be in it. So what is left for software engineers today? So where does that leave software engineers? I will say, as a software engineer, you have to be in it for the passion, and you have to be willing to grow and evolve with the trend. So is it still relevant to learn how to code in 2024 or in 2025? There are many who think that coding is dead, and it is not worth it. They might be right, okay, because many people are afraid that artificial intelligence has replaced software engineers already. Okay, the CEO said that in 5 years there will be no programmers. So many people worry that artificial intelligence will replace programmers in their employment. Although, of course, we have headlines that claim that, robots, artificial intelligence are taking over our jobs. Artificial intelligence is not here to replace the presence of human in the development process. Rather, the one who is proficient in utilizing artificial intelligence will prosper and utilize this tool. So the field of software engineering is here to stay for the next decades, and software engineering will always be around. It may evolve, but it will definitely not disappear altogether. In former times, programmers programmed or wrote codes in low-level assembly languages, zeros and ones, and then the task was tiresome, and there were there were improvements, there were innovations. Then there came compilers. We now have fantastic apps as a result of that. So it's still the same thing with artificial intelligence, because it's going to be evolve over time. You don't need to spend too much time to generate boilerplate codes, which the artificial intelligence will help us to do. But the truth about artificial intelligence is that because it generates the code for us, we are not supposed to relax just because it can write code. Artificial intelligence or AI generated code typically still requires human evaluation and refinement. More code can be produced by artificial intelligence. It does not automatically means is the best. it still needs to be processed by, it still needs to be refined by a user or a programmer to check for privacy, to check for security concerns, which is very important. And so these are the following reasons why being able to code will still be very important. So learning how to code in 2024, 2025 is still very important, because the knowledge of data structures, algorithms, different programming languages, the tools, the frameworks that software developers already possess will all remain useful. It will still be very important for you to know how to edit and improve a code that is produced by artificial intelligence. So anyone who is saying that in the next few years there will be no more programmers, everyone will be a programmer, doesn't really know what he's talking about. Software engineering will be altered by artificial intelligence, will be improved but not replaced, because the work of a software engineer involves more than just coding. So we spend a lot of time debating software architecture, comprehending requirements, and performing other things that artificial intelligence at this point of this recording cannot assist with. Of course, while artificial intelligence may increase our productivity when coding, it won't always translate into higher overall productivity, right? And then if you're a junior software engineer, there's this misconception that artificial intelligence will render the junior engineer's job unnecessary. No, so you are not going to be replaced. You just need to get more knowledge about stacks, understanding how software application, different companies' application, how their software work. Having a basic understanding of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript is insufficient to secure a junior position. Exclusively, I will say that if you are going into software engineering in 2024, in 2025, you need to have a strong desire to create things with code, and don't allow fear to stop you. Our world is actually powered by software, and that won't change anytime soon. If you are a Netflix fan, you could go check it out on Black Mirror. Black Mirror has some crazy projection into what the world will look like with more softwares and more artificial intelligence. So the real expertise is in learning and adjusting. So the tools will change, of course, but future software engineers will require the knowledge of efficient artificial intelligence application as well as today's coding ability. So if you have the coding ability and then the artificial language proficiency, then you are the one that is needed. So as a software developer for many years with experience, your experience alone might not give you a job at this point in time. You need to upskill, you need to add more things to your experience. Coding might not actually be the golden ticket that it once was, okay, but you are guaranteed of having a skill that can get you a job. You are guaranteed of having a future, and it will take weeks, months, or sometimes years to get a job. But if you want to level up your skill with GPT-4, of course you can watch my video on ChatGPT fundamentals to keep you up to speed. And let me know what you think about this topic in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel, as subsequently I'll also be taking us through a path of software development. So if you're interested, subscribe and turn on the notification bell to get my videos when I release them next. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next video. V to the I to the C, I see you.